My name is Medardo Cevallos. That's spelled M-E-D-A-R-D-O. I know what most of you are probably thinking. What kind of name is Medardo Cevallos? Or Medardo for that matter. Well, I've been asking myself that same question for about 23 years. I actually asked my parents where my name came from. The only things they could actually tell me is that it was originated from Germany and that it meant strength. Also, I found out that I'm the fourth one in my family from my dad's side. My great-grandfather's name was Medardo Cevallos the first. My grandfather's name was Medardo Cevallos the second. And my dad's name was Medardo Cevallos III, which makes me Medardo Cevallos IV. So I have this one theory. Given all the clues that I've been given, I feel like in the 1800s, back when my great-grandfather was working as a young man in the port, he fell in the water and was saved by a German sailor named Medardo, and which later found out that he devoted his whole life to name his first son Medardo. I mean, I know that's very far-fetched, but given the clues that I've been given, it's very possible. Some things I want to share with you, a little overview about my short life, which are not theories, are facts, I promise. And first of all, I was born in Ecuador. I moved to Spain when I was about 2 years old. So I've been in this country for 13 years. I moved here when I was 9, borderline 10. And it's been great. I mean, so far, I've loved it. I moved here with my immediate family. My little brother's name is Fernando. My older sister is Sofia. And my mom and my dad. My mom is Monica. She's from Spain. And my dad is Medardo from Ecuador. So as you can see, that I have a very strong Spanish background, but at the same time I feel like I'm more American than anybody. I grew up here. I know the culture very well. The language is fine. I learned to love football more than soccer. No, I'm kidding. I like soccer, but I still love football. I love playing sports, anything dealing with outdoors, the salt water. I love the beach. So that's a little bit about what hobbies and sports I do. When I graduated, when I graduated high school, I went to school up in UCF in Orlando. I finished my degree 2 months ago, a double major in finance and economics. And throughout my university career, I got involved with many different clubs with the College of Business, Student Government Association, which I was a senator for the College of Business, and I was did some professional jobs throughout as co-op throughout my college career, which helped me get the current job that I have now in Citibank. I work in Citibank for Latin America in the internal audit department, specializing in internal and market risk. So the great thing about my job, I get to travel around to different countries around Latin America and meet new people, see new places. So, like every good story, it has a positive side and a negative side. I just told you the positive side. Some of the things that people might not tell you when they move here when they're young from different countries is the struggle that they go through learning the language, breaking that language barrier, learning the new culture, which I had a lot of trouble with. I mean, I was very young, I didn't really know any English, and it took me a little while to learn. I was in ESOL class for a good amount of time. And especially with my name, it didn't really help out too much. I mean, kids are pretty cruel. You can already tell some of the nicknames that they call me. And I had pretty big, thick glasses and had a comb over. Before comb overs were cool, I had one over. But I got made fun of a lot, and in all honesty, it made me resent my name a little bit. I didn't like to introduce myself to new people. I didn't really like meeting new people. My name was something that I wanted to get rid of. And as my maturity I grew out of my immaturity. I learned to accept my name. I learned to embrace it. It's something unique, and I saw a positive aspect of it. When I meet somebody new, they're more likely to remember my name because it's something very unique, unlike a common name. It's a very good conversation starter. I can keep conversation going. And also, the most important part is the challenge that I saw. The challenge of creating that new preface, or not prejudice, but conception of what my name means. Most people have a preconception of a name. They might look at it on a sheet of paper and be like, oh, this guy's from here, this culture's here. But with my name, they just look at it like, I don't even know what this guy's from. So I can kind of form their opinion, hopefully in a good way, about what my name is. So we see throughout history that people's names is very much associated with where they come from and what pretty much they mean. I mean, you go to India, you look at their caste system, you're born under a certain name, you can't really move out of that caste. It was very hard to move out. Luckily, I was not born in that system, and I could make a name for myself. Like I said before, I'm the fourth one in my family. My great-grandfather, back in the 1800s, early 1900s, he was a successful lawyer in Ecuador. He helped out with the Civil War revolution that they had there. One of the guys that pretty much made it go through to form a united country. And you look at my grandfather, the Medardo Cevallos II, he was a successful cardiologist in Ecuador and later became the ambassador to Mexico from Ecuador. And finally my dad, after college, along with his brothers, he created a corporation worth multi-million dollars in Ecuador just under 10 years. So as you can see, they've set a very high standard for my name and what it means. So hopefully, joining Toastmasters will help me not only grow personally, but also in a professional career, so I can fill the shoes that my forefathers have set before me. Thank you.